Hi there, it's Ms. Reister. As we approach the permanent zero deadline, I want to make sure you know how to find some things that will help you out. So there are recordings available that go over each teacher graded assignment. So if you go into the home page and go to content, you can click here and go to link to the recordings. And then this is the list of all the recordings. This is semester A. So if you are a semester B student, you would click over here. And then you would just scroll down. So for instance, here's the drop and bounce lab. And here's the model of the atom 2.03. And then the can you double the bubbles? It's this link here. We did this as a live class. So those would be helpful if you are running short on time and you're not able to actually do the experiment part or build the model. It gives you some information on completing it. So you can watch the video and complete the assignment. So that just takes maybe 20 or 30 minutes for each one. And then if you aren't quite sure where to go in the course to get back to those assignments for Unit 1, you would just click here and scroll down to 1.11 drop and bounce lab, and you can see this is the one that's submitted for grading. So if you go down to assessment, that's where the drop box is. So if you click on that, then you're able to see a couple of things. One, this is the actual lab report page that you need to complete. And then once you watch the recording and fill it in, you just go here to upload that file. So notice that the file cannot be over 100 megabytes. Most of the time, a one-page Word document is just fine. But if you got into a situation where if the file was too big, you could always save that as a PDF. And some students don't know how to do that, so I'll just show you really quickly. What you would do is name your file. So I always tell students to put their first initial, last name, and then drop and bounce lab. And then in this box, you just go down to PDF. And when you save it as a PDF, it compresses it a little bit and makes it a little bit smaller so that if you're having an issue with the file size, you might be able to fix it in that way. So you just upload your file. Basically, you just go to wherever you saved it, select the file. You always want to double check that it's the file that is filled in and complete, and then upload it and you're ready to go. So if we go back and we're looking for the 2.03 lab, we would scroll down to Unit 2, click on Matter. Here's 2.03. Okay, again, you see this is submitted for grading. You're going to submit a photo or drawing of your atom model as well as the question. So you have two things to upload. And then you would just go into assessment. Okay, so this is the worksheet that needs to come in, the 5 questions, and then you also need a drawing or a picture of the model you built. So here, if you don't have the exact materials, you could trade out, use things you have at home, not a problem. And then you upload the file there. And for the last one that you need to submit for the permanent zero deadline is the Unit 3 lab, Can You Double the Bubbles? So you go into the chemistry unit, you scroll down to the lab investigation. Same thing, this is submitted for grading. You have a data table, so just some reminders there. And then you go into the assessment to get into the Dropbox. So remember, you have to have those in on the permanent zero date by midnight Eastern time. So if you do not live in the Eastern time zone, you're going to need to do the math because those drop boxes are going to close earlier. So be sure you check that out, or later depending on where you are in the world. So if you have questions or need any help, please come see me so I can help you with that. The permanent zero deadline is just for the teacher graded assignments. So in this science course, it's unit 1, 2, and 3.